There it is. Alright. Stream is enabled. I have changed the settings after the kind of derpy Skyrim stream, so let me know if any try. But basically I'm trying to keep the FPS in at 45. Anything higher than that seems to really have a bad effect. But because I don't have top of the line equipment anymore. Guard. Corvette. Oh, one thing I wanted to check out was the missions here. Even though it won't really help during combat, we might be able to get a couple of wing missions and make ourselves stupid rich. Which is always valuable. So, like, we have all the massacre missions already, and there's some pretty good deliveries, not this one. There have been some pretty good deliveries. What I'm looking for, things a little bit like, I have any. That's not bad, 1,000. That's a couple cutter trips, you get 9 million. But there are a few of these I've seen around sometimes for like 15, 16 million, maybe even more. It'll be like non-lethal weapons, reactive armor, all that kind of crap. Missions, and we might be able to stack a few of those. Fun. Do this one. 45 kills, I can do that. Contacts, I've got a few bounties to handle for Libertas, which might be useful. My crew. See who else we have. I might try ranking up another crew member. Suck up all members. Oh, I didn't grab limpets. No. Ah, well. I can get them when I come back. Hopefully there are... And there are those CZs that are around Vista 5, but I don't know about 1 and 2. So basically in OBS, there's a couple of settings for figuring your stream out, and one of the settings is sort of the process priority, and then that's also paired with a setting for, I forget what you would call it. Here, I'll show you what I'm... There's that. So here under video, that's good. So here you go, the CPU preset. So I was here under very fast. So what this basically means is lower quality is up top, higher quality is down low, but it's because it's using a software encoder, not my GPU, it's going to suck up CPU. Here's the thing, I've got a 4 gigahertz 6-core processor that usually like half of those cores sit empty on. So I bumped it up one level to try to basically say, yes, processor, you can work harder to maintain the same, you know, a pretty good level of quality. I have no idea if that's going to work or not. But I'll have to test it out in Skyrim later. It looks to be okay here in-game, although you will notice my FPS is a tiny bit lower. Normally it sticks at 140, now it's running in the 110s. So maybe it's too much of a CPU hit, because my CPU is a few years old. Yeah, I don't care so much about my in-game frame rates. Those can be at 60, and that's fine. You know, it doesn't bug me. I care that the stream frame rates stay... I don't want those dropping low. And what's crazy is I wasn't dropping any frames. It's just that the FPS being recorded going as low as 4 FPS. Shit. On that last stream. So, if that doesn't fix it, I'm going to switch it to using the NVIDIA encoder, which will offload all of that work onto my GPU, but it will lower the quality. However, I don't know that the quality... I mean, the quality seems pretty good from what I've watched, so I'm not, like, super worried about lowering the quality, that it's going to be awful. Yeah, that just suddenly started happening, and I don't know why. Also, goddamn, these are a long way. Hopefully with the tick we get some new CZ areas. Wait, let's see what else. I think we're doing pretty well in the war. Libertas influence was looking pretty good yesterday, so I'm not worried about us going down while the war is active in our other systems. I don't know. Our BGS is strong right now, which is nice. I don't know exactly. Yeah, Tembala's, like, literally on the opposite side. I'm not really sure. They're not releasing much of a narrative, but it's funny that they were kind of traveling in sort of like a line, right? Like, more or less there was a line directly to the heart of the bubble. And then in the last two, they've moved to really opposite ends. But there's not much of an explanation for what they do on Frontier made it that way. Frankly, I think the plot is going to be that these are the, like, less hostile Thargoids. Like, they'll defend themselves, but they're not outright attacking. And, they're going to find Raxla and use it to flee the galaxy, and, like, the real threat is following them. That's my theory. Hey, Tattaboy. So, we'll see. Yeah, stream looks solid. I tend to get slightly lower frames in combat zones for obvious reasons. There's a bunch of ships and stuff being... This one has a cap ship. But as long as the stream's frame rate is fine, I don't care if I'm getting 60 FPS or whatever. That doesn't matter.
Warning. Capital class signature detected.
Where? What's it at? That is still one of the best things in this game. You know what? I'm gonna fly the fighter. Let's see how this goes. I hear you laughing already. Shush! It's really just about turning my elite pilot loose in a highly engineered Corvette, and not about, like, actually winning in the fighter. My only goal is to stay alive so that my Corvette can kill all the things. Right? See, look at him go. Or go, I should say. Just wrecking. Better aim than I could ever have. Who's hitting a heat sink? It's not my heat sink. I'm about to kill a vulture. Good.
Enemy destroyed.
Kill the python.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Now I'll use a heat sink. Well, I don't have time, so I won't. Some energy back. Okay, next target is the Clipper. Take him out.
Engaging enemy now.
There you go. Okay, next target is the Python. Kill it.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Just gonna make sure I tag it. Yeah, I really think that they have a lot they could do with the ship launch fighter. When they said that they might make one with mining lasers, I was like, yeah, please, that would be awesome. I would love to be able to do the surface mining of the asteroid with my SLF. There's the Clipper. Kill him.
Copy that, Commander.
Oh, he's after me?
Enemy now.
Alright, get him aggroed on the, no, somebody else is after me. It's Cobra. Full disclosure, this Cobra's going to kill me. He's got gimbaled weapons, and I can't fly worth a damn. Here, come here, ship, help me out!
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Got his shields off, but he is going to hit me. So I just have to dodge, dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Oh, why are you 4 kilometers out? Let's get more unshielding. Gotta keep this live. There he is. She is. I need to make my pilot a male, just... gendered language.
Enemy destroyed, Commander. Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
I haven't killed 40 ships yet. What is coming in? Oh, we're getting bad guy. That's fine. I can handle that. See, with the capital ship here, these CZs actually don't have quite as many enemies in them, so I'm not constantly getting pounced on by, like, and stuff.
Copy. Monitoring scanners, Commander. Ready to engage. Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position. We've got multiple hostiles.
Yeah, the Taipan is nice. Like, I think it's probably, especially with the dual beams, it's the most damaging fighter out there. But I think I would really still rather fly the Imperial one. I just like how they handle. But I think the best you can get on those are gimbaled beams. Frame rates are holding steady too. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, we'll kill that fighter. Okay, so who's close? Let's knock out that eagle.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
Get him, Luciana. Yeah, look at that. She's hitting him with the railguns. 2 hits. I could not hit an Imperial Eagle with a railgun unless it was not moving.
That's gotta hurt. Target down. Copy that, Commander.
Alright, we're gonna risk going in with the ship. No, we're gonna go out here. Build a Viper.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position. Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous. Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
And a cutter. Rip. Alright, let's deploy the fighter pilot and go
Stand by
take
for
out that
deployment.
cutter.
Fighter is going live. Fighter is online. I'm ready when you are.
No, I've got to keep railing him. Hang on, hit him, hit him, hit him. Alright, that should neutralize their ability to recharge the shield. Yeah, they got nothing out of that.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Hey, this is the friendly fire commander.
Friendly fire, don't freaking fly into my lasers.
Friendly fire commander, what are your orders?
Target destroyed.
You hit that one.
Roger that, commander. Moving to engage.
I go after the Type 9.
I have no shield, commander. Need to
Type
take
9 with
evasive
beam
action.
turrets.
Not gonna last much longer, commander. Hull is almost breached. Fighter is down, commander.
Sigh. That's what I don't get, too. Like, my elite fighter pilot used to last so much longer. Now they're just getting wrecked.
Target shields offline.
Roger that. I'll take care of the mothership, commander. Fighter is online. I'm ready when you are. That's gotta hurt. Target down. Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Getting close to the mothership. Don't care at all.
Under attack.
Although I guess it is a distraction for the NPCs. They start shooting at it after a while.
Target shields
Alright, fighter. Send you after this equal then, so you don't get dead.
Affirmative. Maneuver to attack position.
Ooh, pings me. Quick.
under attack.
Right, I'm back. I'm back. Fighter at. Getting shot.
That's gotta hurt. Target down.
Engage at will, fighter.
Affirmative. Looking for targets. Weapons hot. Affirmative. Maneuver to attack position.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Yeah, I wish Thargoids would come. Wouldn't that be great? They show up and start fighting the capital ship, and everything goes to all hell. That'd be a lot of fun. This game doesn't do fun. This game does grind. I mean, I had fun last night. Even though we were just hauling mats, it was still somewhat fun. Be involved in, you know, a task, a collaborative effort.
Offline.
Give me this guy. Kill him.
Roger that.
I'll kill him.
Moving to engage.
Under attack.
Ah.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Spider, where even are you? Come home.
Roger that. Ready when you are, Commander.
Sometimes they chase cobras off, and the cobras just fly away forever and ever and ever. Right. Go, Quade, shoot things. Stop talking. You're not paying attention. Alright, here I go. I'm gonna try to hit this eagle.
Target shields
We've got multiple
offline.
hostiles here. Let's take them out one at a time.
Haha, got one. Still, that was 5 shots. I hit 1. The NPC pilot hits all 3.
Target destroyed.
All that's left is... Oh, no, there's some bad guys spawning in.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Oh. Guess your friend came back, huh?
Loud and clear. I'm moving in.
I'm down at 4%. You finished the job.
Target shields offline.
Strike one bad guy. Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Target shields
We've got multiple
offline.
hostiles here. Let's take them out one at a time.
An asp. Hate these things, actually.
Strike one
My
bad
least
guy.
favorite ships in combat zones. They just sit behind you, pelt you with, like, railguns or crap.
Under attack.
Plasma accelerator rounds.
Target shields offline.
Let's get rid of this big
That's
ship.
gotta hurt. Target down.
Well, it's only little guys around here. I'll be glad to get rid of it.
Affirmative. Looking for targets. Weapons hot.
Spike detected.
This thing even shooting?
Target structure destroyed. Thermal spike.
It's not even shooting. Look, it's just doing nothing. Not even sure I want to get rid of it then. If it's just gonna sit here and do nothing, Why would I want to replace it with one that works?
Target structure destroyed. Thermal spike detected.
Here, I'll shoot it on its guns.
Under attack.
Well, never mind then. I'm not gonna shoot the capital ship if it's just gonna derp around.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
My fighter's attacking the ship.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Incoming mission critical message.
Enemy destroyed, Commander.
This mission giver deliver no. Go away. Deliver. No war.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
This little viper right on his tail. It's a viper.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, viper. It's like right behind him. Not even shooting. Maybe the update yesterday broke combat zones. Wouldn't that be great? Nope. Somebody fired that missile and it wasn't me. Wait. Not dead? There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Go to my fighter team. Fighter.
Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous.
Never mind. Better.
Under attack.
That was the wrong thing to do there, Cutter Pal. That was not smart. You had shield, and then you rammed me, and you didn't have shield.
Target shields offline.
Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous.
Under attack.
crushing it. Alright, what's next? The capital ship. Oh, G-Swing did a little work on the BGS guide? That's great. I definitely have not been doing that for,
Target destroyed.
well, a couple of months.
We've got multiple hostiles here. Let's take
Nice.
them out one at a time.
Kill that fighter.
Roger that, Commander.
I'll go after the vulture.
That's one for me, Commander.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target shields offline.
Strike one bad guy.
A lot of hostiles, including Libertas ships. Alright.
I'm taking damage, Commander.
Wait, was that a Libertas ship? That might have been. Time to get out of
Not
here.
gonna last much longer, Commander. Hull is almost breached. Lost the fighter,
I
Commander.
Frameshift drive.
not be killing friendlies, that's for sure.
4, 3, 2.
I'll go rearm anyway, out of one of my multi-cannons. Who'll be sorry you missed Yuleport. There's the Russian enemy, who I will also kill. War is actually kind of relaxing because that combat zone is very low stress. Like, that capital ship in there, stuff just kind of barely spawns in, it trickles in, you can take one at a time. And hell, the capital ship's not even firing its weapons, so... I don't know. I mean, it's just extra pay. I'll do that. Plus, it's LC bounties. So, those bounties are useful too. And your competent federal assault ship is just not going to have what it takes.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
I don't even think I'll use my multis.
Target destroyed. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But he's a pirate? See, I don't understand that. So I have a mission, and the mission is kill enemy ships. And yet the guy is like, hey, give me your cargo, of which I have 0 cargo. And the mission spawns no cargo. There's no reason for a pirate to come after me. It should be something more like a hired mercenary that Vistaenis Incorporated is hired to try to prevent me from killing their ships, right? Like, isn't that, you know, you'd get a hired gun and fight against the other side's hired guns, and I don't know. Sometimes, like, very simple elements to the game make no sense.
Down on landing pad 10.
10. Text message. Other.
Landing gear deployed.
To keep docking bay traffic runs smoothly, we request that pilots avoid blocking
And on.
Landing complete. Docking restraints engaged. Be advised, Commander, that there is a state of uprising in this.
Pick up some limpets. That way I can arm the combat zone a little bit.
Maximum capacity.
And let's hand in combat bonds. Million pilot claims, so plus 900k for LC. Report that. And check text message. Any notification? Oh my god. Pyro, your shield health is over 10,000. That is insane. Oh, don't worry about it, Pyro. I mean, remember, this is still the same tick from yesterday, so all the work you did last night counts toward everything. Because it's only, you know, it's a 24-hour cycle, so don't worry about having to help out necessarily today. You know, you could take literally the rest of today off, start tomorrow morning your time, and it'd be the new tick. Yeah, with 60... So think about that, right? Like, your effective shielding against, like, let's say thermal is going to be, like, what, 20k? Close to it, 18k. It's absolutely bonkers. Let's check this third one. Maybe I can find one without a capital ship. Although I was just singing the praises of a capital ship, CZ, and how easy it was.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, 10,000 shield health. So the build this Corvette used to have was a prismatic with maximum boosters, you know, all the shields, right? That's what I was going for. Got the next enemy. But that was also pre-engineers, but I had like all the shield cell banks and stuff, so by the time I expended all the shield cell banks, I would have had something close to that. It's gonna kill him. I don't even care. Give me my beams. There they are. Probably shouldn't be wasting the ammo right before going into CZ. Whatever. Get him on the underside.
Programming limpet drone. Target destroyed. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
But yeah, I figure I need to farm some of this stuff. I mean, the warn emitters don't matter, but like high density, I think I'm even maxed out on. Yeah, I've got all 200. But they can be traded, which is nice. I can swap them out for things because I almost never need them. Right, they're only a grade 3 opponent, but they're useful for swapping out for some of the other middle grade stuff.
Cargo skip. Retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, Pyro, I was watching, because yesterday while you were on the phone or dealing with support or whatever, I would like come back over to your ship and check in and see if anything was shooting you, and there'd be like a python just like parked behind you, firing. Still have like pretty much full shields. Like, I just laugh and be like, this is ridiculous. Like, the shields are never gonna go down. Basically need NPCs equipped with that like shield buster. You know, like the ATR would take them out. Ugh, want combat zones closer to home. There's one by Uto. There are 2 by Uto. Check that out. Alright, so I'll finish this mission. Hand in the next set of combat bonds. Break for lunch. Decide what I want to do afternoon. Maybe put in an episode of Skyrim. I missed yesterday doing all that hauling for Princess. I didn't. A July Rim episode. I don't need that many more kills. Yeah, this looks like just a regular one. That's fine by me.
Hold tight, Commander. Fighter is going online.
Python. Python. Get my beams. Yeah.
All clear, Commander. Let's be in the thick of it. Copy. Monitoring scanner, Commander. Ready to engage.
Warning. Thermal attack.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in. Strike one bad guy. hurt.
This is good. We're
Target
about to get a
down.
death ball rolling here. Killing that many ships this early. Be hard for them to even up the odds afterwards.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Dolt. Going for the ram. Not a good call. Even in a Type 9.
Strike one, bad guy. Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop deployed.
So, let's take advantage of there being few ships. Some cargo.
That's one for me, Commander.
Oh, damn, they're right behind me. He's gonna shoot all my limpets. No!
Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous. That's one for me, Commander.
Alright, I'm gonna do this rotating. Try not to move.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Nice thing is there are plenty of friendly ships around, and none of those guys seem like they had point defense. Should be able to keep scooping. It's a lot harder to maneuver with zero thrusters.
Target shields offline.
Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous. That's one for me, Commander.
Collector limpet expired.
No! All three are dead? Probably this freaking... That's...
Target
Enemy destroyed,
shields
Commander.
offline.
Okay.
Programming limpet drone. Target destroyed. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Affirmative.
Target
Maneuvering
shields
to attack
offline.
position.
Let's see what's on available. Yeah, electrochemical arrays, polymer capacitors, components, grid resistors. Yeah, a bunch of stuff that I need to reload on. Engineering up the crate, and then a couple other ships that I touched up. Not sure how I feel about the crate, to be honest. It's kind of fun. It's a different ship. I think for piracy, it's probably got just about the right balance. But I don't know. I was doing BGS in it, and then I went back to my Python, and I was like, yeah, the Python is pretty much all I need. The Python's not even fully engineered. If I actually finished its engineering,
Could be dangerous.
it might even be more fully fleshed out, then probably would never. It creates more of like, do multi-crew. Good for multi-crew. Those are new bad guys, aren't they? Anything big?
Maneuvering to attack position.
Let's see if they can. This is why I wanted the death ball going, because they'll kill a lot of these ships for me. chaff launcher and heat sink, so he's...
Enemy destroyed, Commander.
Under attack.
I'll fight this one. Time to die, Python.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields
Strike one, bad guy. Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Get him, fighter. Get him.
Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous.
It'd be a lot of fun if your fighter could have like a little picture-in-picture. You'd actually see its cockpit view. Which I guess if you had multi-crew you could, and people were streaming, you could put their stream in like a little picture-in-picture in the corner. I think would be great. How am I doing on kills? I'm not.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position. That's gotta hurt. Target down. Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields offline.
Strike one, bad guy. Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Attack! See if I can pop him with the railgun, bring him over. Unless he's trying to recharge. Stop that.
Target shields offline.
Not have any point defense. Yay.
Attack. Target destroyed.
Shield's gone, Commander. This does not look good. Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now. Multiple targets in this area, Commander. Could be dangerous. Taking damage. Hull integrity down to 50%.
Alloys, grid resistors. This is great. Collect plenty of stuff today. My fighter's getting me my last few kills. Electrochemical arrays are good. Those trade pretty well for... Oh, I forget what you call them. But, what are they? Chemical manipulators and stuff like that. They're not great, but they're like 3 to 1 for the rank 3 in that category. I don't use electrochemical arrays for a lot of other things. There's only like one mod that's really all that useful for them. Here, fighter, just come kill this little guy. That's all you gotta do. This G97 can die. Kill him. Come on, Luciana. I believe in you. That whoever's following you, though, really shooting the shit out of you.
Target shields offline.
It's a Cobra.
Target shields
My shields are
online.
down. Request an assist, Commander. Mayday, Commander. Taking fire. My hull is
Ugh,
critical.
you're worthless.
Hull is critical.
Alright,
I can't find any trace of the fighter.
I'll do it myself.
Fighter assembly
With that
initiated.
cutter.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Hold tight, Commander. Fighter is going online.
Limpet drone error.
All clear, Commander. Put me in the thick of it.
Under attack.
Let him recharge. Good. I think I've broken it. Yeah, he's not recharging. God damn, that takes forever.
Target shields offline.
Power plant. Stop texting me.
Under attack.
I don't have friends. Leave me alone. Let's see if I can make him blow up before I take his hull all the way down. I'm showering that power plant with hits. There he goes. It's exploding. Yep.
Incoming mission critical message.
Automated docking ready to commence.
Cargo scoop deployed. Under attack.
I don't even care. They can just shoot at me all they want. Oh my god, stop it.
Bay door is closed. Hangar is secure, Commander.
Yep, you're not accomplishing a lot there, pal. And you drew the attention of my allies. Alright. Hatch closed. Time to go hand in the mission,
Frameshift drive.
the bounties, and get a little bit of lunch. Hey, Kurt. Yeah, you just finished. I just finished up in the combat zone, so I'm gonna take a short break. This is just topping off some work that we did yesterday, so nothing major. Mostly an excuse just to farm. I'm left on the combat zone. No, bi-weaves. Yeah, just got 'em modded for good resistances, so they're pretty resilient versus thermal weapons like those beam lasers. Yeah, Pyro has all of the shields. Yeah, I mean, I aim for trying to get usually bi-weaves and then about as close as I can get to 60% resists across the board. So my actual megajoules are pretty low. Right where you see that. Yeah, I've only got 1800 megajoule, but I've got over 60% thermal, over 70% thermal, and I've barely got 60% kinetic. Um, so that's kind of the ballpark I'm going. So that extends the range, and then as your thermal or as your bi-weave regenerates, each point you regenerate also resisting, so it's sort of a multiplier effect. Yeah, I mean, and it's plenty resilient. I hold up pretty well in CZs. Yeah, Pyro. That is a build to aspire to, for sure. Plus, you've got those thermal venting beams. It's ferocious. Whereas I'm running efficient, because I don't like heat.
Core dynamics, Quebec Uniform Alpha. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only. Request approved. Adjust heading for
I think the only time I really lose shields in this ship is if just the entire CZ is in it. And especially when there are a lot of plasma rounds, because those don't, they're absolute damage, they don't account for the resistances, so the pure mega matter. But even then, I mean, that doesn't happen that often. Usually you can get a good snowball going in any combat zone. You know, I got close to losing my shields in a CZ last night with a capital ship. Just because all those little plasma launcher rounds, I was kind of ignoring it. It finally kind of pecked me down pretty low. But even then, I was like maybe 10% shield health back, and within a few minutes, I was completely back to full shield. You know, never had to reboot. No, that's why I like the bi-weaves. There is something secure about looking at that 10,000 megabytes, though. Good feel. No, that's not it. This one. What was that? 5 nights, I'll just say. Plus 600k. So Vista. And let's hand in that mission. Even though the missions don't really do any influence, I like that they're going to put the opponent into lockdown. And the money. Yeah, that's what kills me too. Well, I used to run an Anaconda, and it's still got like the old engineering, so it's not that great. And I didn't bother for god rolls either, so it's doubly not that great. And yeah, those shields go down, and they spam missiles at you, and it breaks all your hard points. You can't do anything. It's like, I'm not dead, I've still got, 80% hull, but like all my modules are broken. Thanks. Alright. Oh, that does hurt my rep with them. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a break, have some lunch, and then probably come back and I don't know if I'm going to do this or maybe record some Skyrim. I'll have to decide about it. But, yep, I'll see everybody later.